Hey everybody, welcome to the final 9 holes of the 2020 Winter at the Bud, brought to you by John Brown TV. If you haven't watched the front 9 holes, go back and watch. Me and Chris are chasing this guy down, Paul Ulibarri. Chris Holden's on the card with us too, and right next to me in the booth. Say what up.
What's up, everybody? We got Tanner Dorner on the card.
Myself, and we're also joined by Erik Hayworth, coming all the way from Oregon.
Yeah, somewhere in the forests of Oregon. I think me and you are the only locals of this course. We know what we're doing on this course. Mm-hmm. And Paul Ulibarri is playing blind, but he knows what he's doing at playing disc golf.
Anywhere, yes. So we're on blue 10 at this point. This is a laser beam straight shot. Got to have very good speed control here.
Yeah, it's a lot of touch. It's 255, but probably plays 170 or something. Yeah. And it's really touchy. It's on a hillside, so you gotta really finesse it.
Look at my sweater spelled wrong.
I love it. And look at your Nova shot here. Not bad. A little left.
A little high too. And then it gets this unfortunate roll. Grazes metal and rolls to about 20
Not
feet.
the worst roll. You still have a pretty good 25-foot putt look.
I certainly have a chance to get the birdie. And this was unbelievable. This was so nasty.
This was disgusting. This is like...
touch forehand with a putter.
On this hillside, that is amazing.
I'd honestly never seen anything like it.
Yeah, that one made me puke in my mouth a little bit.
No one else on the card is remotely thinking about that.
Poor Eric has to throw after that with all the puke in his mouth, and here comes Tanner. What's he throwing here? Looks like a mid-range. I think he...
Gosh, that's...
If that's a mid-range, he should be disking down because he's got a lot of power. He goes a little deep here, and that's a very unobstructed look, or, excuse me, obstructed look for 2.
It's a rhino, yeah.
So not a mid-range. It's very good disc selection. So,
but
apologies.
He's got a turbo that he's lining up here.
Yeah. Very off chance of making this putt. Gives it a good bid. And
did he hit top and bottom or just the cage?
I'm not even sure.
And we're measuring out to see who's next, and Paul's like, I'm just going to tap out.
Yeah, get me away from here. These goofy little local pros don't know what they're doing. Yeah, here you are. You've been determined to be about 6 inches further than me from the basket, so you're going first here.
Yeah, the numbers don't lie. And I'm taking my time to line this one up. This is an important birdie. I'm 8 for 9 so far. And airballed that one. It was the right height, but...
oh yeah, the basket moved at the last second. It moved about a foot left. Here I am from just about the same distance. With more of a death putt.
Definitely. Good hit, good birdie.
I remember it took me a while to putt that because of all the cars in the background. I thought a car was going by and I thought it was going to be the last car. And then another car came and another car came. And luckily I didn't overthink it.
And that was a little left, but it stuck for me. This is not the hole you want to be having putting woes on. You can roll away on those lip hits and all that. You can spit out on perfect putts.
Yeah.
We're moving into hole 11. If I'm not mistaken, you and Ulibarri, yes, you guys are still tied up. I'm chasing 2. And what's in your hand?
This is an older TL, so it gets a little bit of turn for me. Works perfectly for these straight shots here, and threw it a little low though.
Calling for it to get above that stump, and it does. And Paul's taking what's probably the normal play for those that got it, the forehand.
And he plays it perfectly.
Yes. And I'm looking to do something similar. Got that pink destroyer in my hand and throwing it pretty well. But this one definitely turned my wrist a little bit.
Yeah.
Way too far to the left.
Yeah, you usually lace it up here on this hole, but that was, yeah, it happens. Yanked it a little bit.
And looks like Erik kind of over-adjusted from what he just saw.
Yeah, and you don't want to sawed off here. Like, he's gonna have to lay up to the landing zone.
The landing zone is very, it's where you want to be. There's not very many options when you get off.
It's a specific landing zone, and it looks like Tanner hit where you want to be, just like Uli did.
Yep.
It's really specific.
You're on the short side of it, but you're still in a decent spot, I think. And I've got a wall in front of me. This was a tough shot, and I'm really just trying to get out. I'm not
Get to the landing zone.
Yeah, exactly. I'm playing a 100-foot shot,
Yep,
maybe.
You get to a good spot. I'm throwing the TL again and looking to do a nice little flex S shot.
And it's looking pretty good.
That is exactly what I was trying to do. Like,
Oh, wow. What a great spot to land. And you're up to the group that's still playing the hole.
Tanner trying to do the same thing, but turned it over a little too hard.
And got the same pink destroyer in my hand. And I'm really just looking to play to the mouth here. I'm not trying to play too aggressive, but this hole is going to be aggressive with me and hit me, leave me a little short.
That tree hit you.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't hit that tree. That tree hit me. I think this is a heat in Paul's hand.
Yeah, he was trying to go a little cut roller. Like, what he's doing right here is exactly what he's going for.
I was going to say, if this was his intentional play, this is an amazing shot.
It was, and actually, if it didn't hit that last thing, that little falling...
Might have gone too far left.
No, not too far. It would have been perfect. Now he's actually in a little jailed location that he doesn't want to be in. He threw what exactly what he was trying to do, but now he's gonna have to still work for his 4.
And I'm not sure if that was Erik's second or third shot, but he's pretty close to the basket at this point. Tanner's got the laser beam shot. He's turned it over.
Yeah, missed the gap.
And I'm aiming down the same gap, trying to throw the Firebird with a little bit of anhyzer. And I throw too much anhyzer, let it go late. Probably a 55-footer. And you've got Buzz OS.
No, it's a Banger GT. Flippy. I'm trying to hyzer flip it and go down that alley. But I should have gone forehand on an anhyzer and let it flex out towards the basket. So.
Speaking of forehand.
Yeah, he's got a wall of trees, and look at this. He is just... He has navigated through there perfectly.
I think that was his ringer. We're going to get to see that one again. Ooh, different view this time.
Paul showing off his top-notch scramble game here.
You can see the follow flight. Speed about 3-4 trees on the way. Perfect touch game. Very impressive. And Tanner with what would be a very impressive putt. Trying to tap into that hole 2 magic, but a little short. And this isn't an easy upshot over here. These trees in between you and the basket can definitely knock you down short, leave you with a big tester.
Dude, I had no idea what to do. It was
yeah, look at how low you're just trying to slide it up, and you still hit one of the trees. And I want to give this a run, but it's just not happening. Gonna take a bogey after a pretty good start. And you slid up enough. You should have this one.
Yeah, a little 20-footer, a little tester.
And the rest of our cards shouldn't have too much trouble with these putts. You and Tanner with the par. I'm tapping in a 6 here after my woes off the pad. I think Erik is getting a birdie here. No, that was a par. Paul with the only birdie. It's going to take us to hole 12, the rock hole.
A ringer? Oh, nice.
Tanner asking what he's throwing. I really like this hole. From the blue pad more so than the red.
Yeah, it's a pretty simple hyzer, but it's a cool hole. I like it. The basket's on the rocks and whatnot.
You got through there. Kick it off.
You really have to hit the specific line. It's an easy hyzer, but a specific hyzer.
Yeah, you gotta hit your shot.
And I missed mine, and I'm not gonna have a good look for 2.
And Erik's on the inside. A very, very common mistake is getting caught up by those cedar branches there on the left-hand side, if you're not yanking it into the holly on the right. And this almost looks like a fairway driver. And that was going way too left.
Yeah, good.
I think
good
it's
kick.
a good kick, right?
Yeah.
Yep. And I've got that Buzz OS in my hand, same disc I was throwing on the island hole. Kind of want to throw a somewhat similar shot, but I know this is inside right away.
Yep.
Straight down from those branches.
There you go.
I wish I would have asked some of our players a little bit more of what they were throwing.
Yeah, I don't know what Tanner throws really. I'm thinking he throws mostly Innova, and Erik, I really have no idea what Erik throws.
Upshot got away from Tanner there.
I've heard that Uli throws discraft.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Close to the basket. Erik is staring down a big one. Gets a little bit of love from the tree to keep him going too far.
And I'm going to be trying to putt between the branches here, so...
From a long ways out.
Don't do it. Don't roll.
Oh, thought you had it for a sec.
A little deep. I was fortunate to stick that and not roll down the hill.
Yeah, there's not very many greens out at Bud Pell where you aren't in danger of rolling away.
Yeah.
Tanner for a good save here. Just barely squeaks in.
Good putt.
And the rest of these are going to be no-brainers.
Uli is demanding that Tanner fix the chains here.
He's rattling the whole basket. And now he's telling me what to do. Calm down. You're going to have none of it. And you can't see it from this angle, but your disc did almost just pop out. On a perfect play.
If that chain was crossed, that thing's popping out.
He wanted that cross because it helps him stay in, you know.
Paul with a lone birdie on the card.
It didn't even touch the floor. It was just like just trampling.
He's kind of starting to separate a little. He's got 2 strokes on you after the last 2 holes. But we're coming down the home stretch here. You and me, we know how to play these holes. Hole 13. Paul with the same nuke he was throwing on the red pad.
What just happened?
Yeah, this hole is, you gotta throw it straight probably about 300 feet, then you want to bank left at that point.
Stay off of it.
And I'm doing pretty much exactly what I want to do. And
Yep, and you're even going to skip right through the gap.
Yep, it's a little 150-foot up shot from there.
Erik looking to follow suit. This is a little wide. Catches that all day.
Yeah, he's still got a chance for birdie there. Tanner really
throwing quick, yeah.
Yeah, sawing it off big time here, but stays in bound.
It was close. And I got a Wraith in my hand. Looking to play something similar to your line.
Yeah, Dylan. Stay off of the one.
And I feel like I did it almost perfectly. I'm just a little bit shorter.
Yep, still got an easy look for birdie there.
Yep. Especially with the forehand. Which we see Erik dipping into. This looks pretty good.
Good, but short.
Yeah, I was just going to say maybe a little short.
He's probably about 50 short there, I'd say. Maybe 35, somewhere in the 35 to 50 foot range.
Oh.
Circle 2, we'll call it.
Yeah,
And
that'll suffice.
Tanner was kicking left OB, and then last tree kicks him out right, barely safe
Yeah,
again.
those flags are OB, and yeah, he's a couple feet inbound. And he was out of bounds for some of that, and he kicked back in. Yeah.
And Paul, I want to say he went a little too far, too straight. Left with a pretty demanding forehand. Left that maybe 30, 35 short.
Yeah, He hit what he was trying to. He hit the shot he was going for to give himself a look, but it's gonna be a tricky putt.
And I thought I left this one short for a sec, but it skipped forward nicely. And that looks like your banger right there.
Yep.
Hanging it out a little wide.
Yeah. And it was a lot shorter than I thought it was. I thought it was closer when I threw that. Tanner with a pretty easy forehand up shot here.
Looks like you got over on it on a little. That's an opportunity to knock down a putt, though.
Get it.
And Erik with a step putt connects on a beautiful birdie.
Drills it.
Gonna get to see that one again in slow motion here. Just that left forward step. Left step forward. And a little low, kind of knocks it in off the rim, but that's a good bird.
Yeah, it's hard to be perfect from 60 feet.
Disc golf is very demanding.
Yeah.
As we're about to see here, Ulibarri stretching out. He had a couple of us make sure he was legal before this shot, and nearly canned it.
Yeah, great bid.
Sorry, John.
Let that one go. He knew it. And this is to pick up a pretty important stroke.
Knew it when I let go.
A little left. I knew it when I let go.
Nice three. Good three.
Thank you.
Routine putt there. The rest of these are going to be tap-ins. Me and Erik card the birdie. I think Tanner's got a bogey there.
This hole's been calling my name.
And you and Paul are settling for the tap-in pars. We're getting to the home stretch here.
Normal lot.
No smoking, people. Get that out of here. Not a bud pal. Hole 14's a par 4, 570 feet. It's a pretty true two-shot hole for I think about 95% of players in the world.
Yeah, 95% of the open division.
Yeah. That's what I mean to say.
Some players can reach the basket. You know, the
For sure.
elite distance players.
So I'm really just going for like a 350 shot here.
Yeah.
Playing to a spot where I know I can get a simple hyzer.
Yep, that's exactly what I'm doing.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Paul he's trying to go for something
Oh,
here
man.
because he's flipping it up and letting it get a nice flex.
Maybe just flexing.
Yeah.
Nearly hit the camera guy.
Yeah, that's going to be an easy 3 from there.
Maybe even a chance at a long jump putt. And you got that green destroyer you've been throwing all over the place in these open fields.
So low.
Yeah, not going for much here though.
And this is pretty low,
It's pretty low.
but you get a good skip forward.
doing
This
a
is
lot.
a very
I mean-
similar spot to mine.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the skip, whether it gets it or not. I'm just worried about missing left or right, and I'd throw it straight. Missing low is no big deal. It's a little 220-foot up shot from there.
Here's a big shot. Unfortunately, it's going to leak left into that cedar tree over there.
And that's exactly why I am throwing
Yeah,
only 300
powered
feet.
down.
Yeah.
And I got the gator. Playing a big hyzer, playing for a big skip. And looks like I've done that pretty well.
Pretty much doing the same thing with a Buzz OS.
This looks good, but gets caught by those branches.
Yeah, the holly, edge of the holly, smacked me down. I thought I was gonna be under the basket, but yeah.
Erik playing the backdoor route, and Tanner is deep in the sticks right here, but I want to say he's close enough to where if he can find any sort of hole, he should be able to put himself in the circle.
Yeah, he punched through enough of them to.
Yeah, it could be worse. I've dealt with worse. but
good
it's
shot.
normally off drives on the red pad.
Paul to put it under the basket for 3, and here I am just outside the circle.
Still left.
Fluffed it. I was kind of afraid of the OB.
Yeah,
It's
and
only
you came close to it,
yeah.
but you stayed safe.
Almost on the ball.
Eric barely getting that one in on the left side. And you should have this tap in relatively easy after your meter of relief.
Saving par. I actually left the disc where it was at.
Oh, okay. So you were a little bit off the flag. Looked very close from the previous angle. Tanner's getting a pretty easy birdie there. And Paul and myself doing the same.
I think I ruined the star frame, huh?
Yeah, that's happened a few times on this footage so far. Not this particular round, but
A lot
in
of
that red
ruined,
round,
A
yeah.
lot of ruined star frames today.
one guy short. We got a few more chances, though. This is an awesome hole at Bud Pell. Wide open, almost 400 feet.
Yeah, that is high.
Hanging it out way wide, but gets enough steam on it. He's
Circle's edge?
Yeah, tombstoned right at the edge. And I've got that wraith in my hand.
Yeah. No way.
It's gonna be circles.
I don't
And
think it is.
Paul thinks this is going to be an ace run, and I tell him no, that's 30 short.
It's in the hole.
And I've played here before. I
know where that's
yeah,
If
yeah.
it's short, it's like, well,
In fact, yeah,
Try out
he's
throw as hard
about
as
to check the distance and make a change.
Oh, it's 390. What am I doing?
Yeah,
He had the force in his hand, but I think he's going to switch over to that flippy nuke.
Oh, yep, that's what he did.
That should be right there.
Yeah.
And that is pretty good.
In the hole.
Yep.
About 5 feet.
Nice shot from Paul.
20 feet tops, maybe.
Yep, 15, 20 feet.
Get to see that from the other angle. Lose it for a sec, but it's coming right back into view. Almost perfectly done.
Yeah, you want to land short in this hole, too. You don't want to be... If you're 20 feet deep, you might be struggling to find a position for a putt because there's some trees back there.
Yeah, they're pretty big,
It's
and they
tricky.
got low-hanging branches.
Yeah, it gets tricky.
This looks pretty good. It's going left, but sits nicely.
Yeah, pin high. Should be able to straddle around the tree for putt.
And that green destroyer on this hole, I want to say that's your wheelhouse.
Yeah, nice easy hyzer.
And you are the closest. So I am just outside the circle here, and I want to start us off. And connect pretty nicely. Felt good.
Yeah, I mean, perfect. Right, low, center, everything.
Eric, he's going to keep it going. That's 2 for 2 on this hole. Tanner did end up pin high left, just having to straddle around this tree.
Pitch
No
it in,
problem. And I think we finally get our first star frame. And this is one of the last holes I would have expected.
Tanner doing a good job at making sure there's nothing wrong with the chains.
These chains are out to get us.
Good putt from Paul.
Yep. He's not going to let you back into it that easily, but you're only 3 back.
Still in it. 3 holes to go.
Probably first time ever on this hole, honestly.
And we still got some OB to contend with. There's still some wind, especially on this last wide open hole.
This is one of the holes I'll miss the most at Bud Pell. It's wide open, like scenic. You can see the barn out to the right. You can see the highway. The highway is just beautiful. But it's fun to just unload on this hole. It's downhill, 370.
Yeah, this is a fun hole to unload on here. We've done that plenty of times. Eric is pretty close. I'm going way lower with that Wraith, trying to do more of a quicker penetrating line. And this was great out of the hand. Gets a good skip.
Yeah,
10 feet.
Easy tapping.
And now Paul's got that force in his hand.
It's a good play here. Just spike something down there.
Looks great. It's about the same distance as myself, it looks like. And this should be a pretty routine hyzer for Tanner, I think, with someone with his power. This
Too high.
Yeah, it's just continuing to rise. Hoping for the squirt out, didn't get it.
I'm throwing out my most overstable destroyer.
For a brief second, I thought it was your T-Bird. I was like, this guy's crazy.
I usually go T-Bird here, but there's too much wind.
This is great. Flash the basket.
Yeah, nearly aced it. I haven't seen this hole aced yet.
Look at this.
The car is driving in reverse. Oh man, I wish that's how it worked.
We're going to get to see this from the other angle. This is some good catch cam footage, and wow, this is just a pure line. You came so close to getting the first ace on this hole.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard of aces on this hole, but nobody can vouch for the people that have aced it. Like, I haven't heard of anybody acing it with a witness.
Yeah. I think that was Tanner from In the Woods just laying up. Erik selling out for it, and he's going to get it. That's a couple of outside the circle putts he's put in now. Might be starting to heat up. Gives him sole possession of fourth.
For you.
That one's for you.
Paul from 15 to 20.
A little lazy. I feel like he may have been thinking about how if he makes that one, he's up three with two to play.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to say his mental game isn't as good as it comes, but it's just funny how golf seems to work like that. It's not over yet.
He just missed it. I think I recall him. There was a little bit of headwind there, and I think he was expecting a little bit more of a rise, and he didn't get it. So yeah, it just happens,
Yeah. So we're coming down to the wire here. 2 holes left. Hole 17. It's plays about 300 feet, I'd say. 327 on the tee sign. Erik's going forehand. Common play.
Looks great.
Good skip. Just a little short, it looks like. Not a favorable roll, but wide open putt.
Yeah, circle's edge.
I'm hoping to do something similar to that. Got my Firebird in my hand. And I'm hitting the very first tree available on the right.
Yeah, not a bad kick though.
No, fortunate to be able to have a swing there.
I'm going buzz here.
This was such a perfect shot. So pure.
Yeah,
Never a doubt.
Yeah, pretty pure there, right by the basket.
Pressure's on Paul. Taking the forehand. It doesn't look like he quite got enough of it, and that tree's going to keep him from getting any closer. Keeps him out of the woods on the right, though.
Yeah, he'll have a tricky up and down from there, but
Tanner with a Firebird as well. He hit the same tree as me.
a worse kick.
Yeah,
though.
much worse kick. Like I said, I've still got a chance here to at least kind of swing one down there for an opportunity. And I'm pretty satisfied with the motion I put on this, but then the skip forward goes straight into a tree. Leaves me just outside the circle.
Tanner in jail here.
Yeah, in the sticker bushes near the road.
He's got a look though.
Mm-hmm. And Paul's got that ringer.
And it's a ringer, correct?
Yes, this.
It's not
this,
a track.
This,
It's not a tracker.
it's tracking the pin.
Okay.
I think he said that clear orange one's a ringer.
Okay. Yeah, he's been working that disc, like making it do incredible things.
Tanner just a little high, wanted it. And this is me behind the tree. And collect a little bit of the left side chains, but spit out. I'm going to be taking a very ill-timed bogey.
Yeah, pretty much puts you out of the running for
Yeah,
the
but
win here.
I'm locked into third place at this point, I would say. And Erik with another outside the circle putt.
Yeah, that's 3 in the past 6 holes or so. He's really feeling it from deep.
On fire, man.
He walked that one in. He knew it all the way.
I think the answer is yes.
Someone stop this guy.
That was a good jump putt, but I'm still going to say shot of the hole is your buzz drive right here. Tap that one in left-handed if you want to.
Yeah, getting that one felt good.
And now you pulled to within 1 with 1 to play.
Yeah, 1 shot, 1 opportunity. Don't
You
miss
gotta
your
let it slip.
chance. Yeah.
We're going to see. Erik's still got the box, though.
Yeah, that's a crush.
Super high, getting it way left.
Yeah, you really want to throw something about 370 feet on a hyzer out there, and then you just have a straight up the hill shot.
Yeah, I think a perfect landing is like on that winter red pad. You maybe a little short, but I think you're fine.
Yeah, it's what I'm going for. I don't want anything other than what I just did.
Mm-hmm.
And Paul he told me I'm just gonna do exactly what you did, you know. And that's a good strategy, you know.
Yeah.
Like if you haven't played the course and you're winning it by 1,
All you got to do is time this hole.
yeah, exactly.
So I figure I may as well try and put something close to you guys. You look like you're in a good spot. Little low, a little short, but
Yeah, a little shorter than we are, and kind of gets tricky when you get too short.
and Tanner is not going to be too short.
Yeah.
There's a pump.
Here you are, a little short, so you're opting to go forehand instead.
Yeah, got that Firebird in my hand, and when I let go of this one, I was so satisfied. I knew it got to the top. I didn't know, however, that it was going to be right under the basket.
Under the basket. Don't even need to putt on this treacherous screen.
And Tanner went way wrong.
Yeah, it's
He's
still
almost
got,
having to throw a turnover here.
yeah, he is. It's not really hard, but he didn't execute.
Erik also a little too far out this way. I think you and Uli are in the most prime position.
Yep. Easy hyzer up the hill. And Yuli throwing perfectly up the hill on
Yeah.
the hyzer.
And if that would have stuck right there, that would have been ball game, but
Gets a little roll,
yeah.
about 20-footer. On an elevated pin. I'm going a T-bird. And I throw it hard enough, but I don't throw it high enough.
It's a tough putt.
Yeah, about 40 feet.
And Tanner's only about halfway up the hill. Just looking to put something close here. Pulls out a forehand and gets it to the base of the hill. It's about a 10-foot tap in, maybe less. And Erik didn't get much progress on that, but the joke was he was just laying up to that jump putt distance. And you are staring down a birdie putt.
Yeah, to put the pressure on Paul.
Now you make this, he has to make his. And close. Inches, just a little right. Erik with that aforementioned jump putt, but this one was a little short and not a good roll. Yeah, still gonna beat Erik. Hoping to end his day on a good putt. Does just that.
Yep.
Pretty good tournament from him.
Paul is up.
Not going to let this precarious putting green play any games.
Yeah, I mean, that seals the deal, really. You know, you don't want crazy spit out from these, cheaper baskets.
Yeah, why play any sort of risk?
Yeah.
But you had a great run on him. I feel like you and I did a pretty good job of applying some pressure.
Oh yeah, I mean, we played as good as we could have on
Yeah.
our home course here, and
Hottest round of our life, actually.
well, not mine.
Oh,
I've
oh,
shot
that's right.
higher rated at least, but like,
I almost
yeah, I believe this 1046 rated. I mean, hey,
I'm sorry I did that.
And
pretty hot.
course record for this layout. But Paul takes down the win here.
You want to thank anybody, Paul? Well, I got the camera pointed at you still.
Oh, yeah. Thank Grip Equipment for my awesome bag.
It is an
Disc
awesome
craft.
bag.
All the dudes I played with, man, it was awesome, fun run. Push till the very end. Thank you. And thank you, of course.
Thank you.
Yeah, shout out to John Brown Disc Golf TV. Whoop.
Go.
Thanks again, John Brown. Everybody that had a hand in the winter at the Bud. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one.